Welcome back to the Gavel and the Gabble. It's me, Harry at Windsor Auctions, and I'm joined by...
It's me, Simon. I'm talking to a slightly pasty, slightly stressed Harry, but don't worry, dear listeners, if you're watching on TikTok or phone or whatever it is, because he's going on holiday any minute now, and he's going to come back a bronzed Adonis of an auctioneer, aren't you, Harry?
Yeah, no, I'm not going to... None. I am going on holiday, but the rest of that isn't happening.
But I think that's what's going to happen, and I think you should be a little more positive.
I am very positive.
Now, any minute now, Harry will be boarding a plane to sunnier climes and a restful, peaceful week. So explain to our dear listener why you need that.
Because I'm tired now, Simon. I haven't had a break in a long while, and it's been very full on. But everybody needs a break every now and again. Can I tell you about my week? Because I forget about these things quite quickly. I gave a talk this week to a U3A group, antiques and collectibles group of U3A High Wycombe, and this will make you feel better about yourself. So we turn up at this fabulous High Wycombe Village Hall, which has a cafe right next door, community-run cafe with volunteers and everything. Really nice. Great sandwiches. Got myself a late lunch on the way out the door. But they couldn't get into the hall. So we all stood outside, all making polite conversation. This happens to Simon and I trying to get into houses that we are sent sets of keys for with regular monotony. So everybody's going, oh, this is a bit embarrassing. And I'm going, it's absolutely fine. We could just all lean on cars and I'll give my 15-minute spiel in the car park. Everybody relax. And what a lovely group. But can I tell you, oh my life. You know, what happens is I give a talk, 15 minutes, day in the life of an auctioneer and what it's like to be Simon and I, very similar to the pod. And then I do a valuation session afterwards, similar to the ones you do, Simon.
Yeah.
Lady brings out £4,000 gold bracelets. Another lady produces this amazing silver bowl, huge ornate thing. And they get, and of course, then it's, we don't want to sell any of this. We just want to show it to you. I'm like, you do understand how this works, right? This is now torturing your auctioneer. But there you go. But can I show you? I'm going to do a visual aid here for those of you watching on YouTube. This is what this week's episode is about, a lot of.
Oh, heffalump.
This
it.
This is made by, this is an elephant. Let me move back. There you go. This elephant has been made by a lady who knows the auction house, or our family does, and she makes these elephants. And
okay.
She makes these elephants, and she heard about our Trunks of Treasure auction on May the 16th. And this is what Simon and I was going to talk about this week. And this is in aid of Thames Hospice. It's part of the Trunks Across the Thames art trail that Simon and I are sponsoring and helping with, and ambassadors for, God knows what, promoting. And Jess, who we've interviewed on the pod, is the sort of operations manager and the inspiration behind us getting involved. So when this lady donated this fabulous elephant,
he's amazing,
we said, what are we going to call it? And everybody came up with names. They were going to call it after me because it's an elephant. I'm the size of it. I get the gag, yeah. However, we feel, obviously, because it was made by Brenda Begg, we thought it should have a girl's name. So this is Jess, the fundraising elephant.
Jess is a beautiful, beautiful elephant, and therefore I feel that is the perfect name.
So Jess is going to be lot 1 on the 16th of May. Now, just so everybody knows, don't look at the catalogue. I'll tell you how it was formatted, but don't look at the catalogue and think, oh, can I make money off this? And this is what I want to buy and all the rest of it. That's fine if you want to do it that way, but actually just buy some of this stuff because it's all the proceeds are going to Thames Hospice. Jess has a guide price of £100 to £200 because I feel she's got to be worth £100 at least. She's great fun. Right.
She is absolutely terrific. The live one and the stuffed one.
So what's fun about this is that Thames Hospice, by way of a very generous sponsor, not us, but they are anonymous, they donated £200 to a selection of community groups and schools and asked them to go off and do a bargain hunt style. So there's 256 lots in the sale, 255 if you exclude Jess, and there's 255 lots, and there's everything. There's antiques, there's militaria, there's general lots, there's all sorts of things that the people have spent their money on in an attempt to make a profit, and all of the funds, including the money they were given, is all going to Thames Hospice. We're not charging any fees. It'll look very peculiar on the website. There are no fees. The sale room aren't charging any of their commission either, Simon. You'll be impressed to hear.
I am impressed to hear.
All that's been wiped clean, which is really good. Haven't got hold of our other platform yet. So we'll name check them in the future if they want to join in with the "we're not charging anything" bit. But they haven't come back to us yet. But the sale room, completely free. All the money goes to Thames Hospice. And we're hoping it makes thousands of pounds. And it'll be a bit of fun. What we are encouraging people to do is to come along on the day. They'll be bidding live in the room, bidding live online. But OCRA, the community cafe that happens to be right next door to Windsor Auctions, which is why we don't have a auction cafe offering, because we support them. We've often thought about opening one, but we've decided it's better to support the local community. They're going to be doing all sorts of things. I was chatting to them yesterday because it's a lot of schools involved in this. They're going to be having things for kids to do so they can run to them, run in and out, come to the auction, watch their lots, do something next door, grab something to eat, coffee, for the parents. It is a licensed bar, by the way, everybody. Also, this is going to sound like a weird name, but it is his name. He's a local celeb. Wildcat Willie will be manning the bar at Windsor Brewery, and he welcomes everybody. So if you fancy wandering around, and they're literally, 100 feet, 150 feet from us, if that.
Absolutely.
If that. So they're going to be open, offering refreshments and all the rest of it. So we'd like loads of people. We'd like to be mobbed and have a people problem on the day, wouldn't we, Simon?
Absolutely.
But basically, and the Thames Hospice team will be here. And if you're not going to bid, there are going to be some strategically placed buckets for you to throw your spare change in. I appreciate times are tough, but any spare coins, notes, whatever you've got, will be hugely, hugely appreciated. Simon and I and the Windsor team have decided that this year all our fundraising efforts will go into Thames Hospice. It's close to a lot of people's hearts. My team have had people who have been cared for by the hospice. Interestingly, I won't name him, but one of our younger dealers, Simon and I were chatting to at the weekend
On Saturday,
at the auction here. Yeah. And we didn't know this. It was only anecdotally, because we were chatting about what we were up to, and he said, "What have you got coming up?" And we were talking about this, and they looked after his dad. He and his dad were very, very close, and we just hadn't caught hold. We hadn't caught hold of it, had we, Simon? We know that his father had passed away, yeah. So, and he was like, "Well, there won't be anything in the auction. He collects a certain type of thing." He said, "But I'm just going to buy things because I want to support the cause, because they were so, so good to my family."
And yet again, Harry, it was yet another example of somebody saying, Thames Hospice, a relative of mine was cared for by them, and literally talking about Thames Hospice in the most glowing terms possible. The level of care, the level of support, not just for a loved one, but for the individuals losing and caring for a loved one. It's just tremendous. You cannot quite get your head round what an incredible job and what an incredible difference this hospice makes, certainly in the Thames Valley area. I know there are many others around the country. We're just talking about this one at the moment because that's the one we're involved with.
It's the one we know. Yeah.
It's the one we know. And I'm sure there are many, many others up and down the country who also need to be supported. But everywhere we go, the more we get involved with this, the more we hear about what an incredible job these guys do.
So, on the subject of elephants and lightening the mood just slightly, because we like to be able to talk about this, I was in Tesco's the other day, doing my shop, right? Picking up some bits, and a small child, I would guesstimate between 4 and 6, pointed at me. Now, Simon has made reference to the fact that I've lost weight. I am still a large human. Pointed at me, was holding his mummy's hand and they're wandering along, points at me and goes, "There's the elephant man."
No. Brilliant.
Right? And I'm like,
Fame
and
at
the
last.
look on the mother's face. No. The look, and the reason I'm telling you this is for a bit of fun. So the look on his mother's face was just like, oh my God, he's just called the big fat man fat by calling him an elephant. And I went, hang on. She was like, "Oh, I'm really sorry." I said, "Relax." I said, "Have you seen me with a really big elephant and coming out of one of our vans?" He said, "Yeah, I saw you with you've got a big painted elephant," or something like that, along those lines. I said, "Oh yeah, we're doing this thing with Thames Hospice, and I think I was probably delivering an elephant somewhere." The look of relief on her face. I said, "And don't worry, we both know I could lose a few pounds. He's probably right." And wandered off. But the look on his face and the look on her face was like, "Oh my God, he's just called that man fat." But now I am known in the area, slightly worryingly, as the Elephant Man. So it's good
I want to
fun.
talk about, hang on, I want to talk about, so I've seen some video clips that are coming out
Yes.
recently. You and our Will,
Yep.
you've had a fun few days, haven't you, at the Thames Hospice in Reading. Tell us about the Thames Hospice and tell us why you two Herberts have invaded their lovely premises.
Firstly, apologies to Bargain Hunt.
What, for the rip-off?
for the rip-off.
It's for a good cause,
It's for a
Bargain
good
Hunt.
cause.
You
Yeah, exactly.
stand your lawyers down, don't you worry.
Stand down. So what happened was one of the teams competing is Rivermead Care Home, and Hank are there, and Robin, who are both senior managers there, came up with the idea that they had people who love watching Bargain Hunt and actually came to a Bargain Hunt filming here.
Yeah.
And they wanted to be part of the Trunks of Treasure auction. So what they did is they got 2 teams together, and we took them down to the Thames Reading Superstore. It's massive and great, and it's all arranged in themes around
So
this huge store.
both teams from the care home?
Both teams are from the care home,
Got
and
you.
one team chose to be Rivermead, which is the name of the care home in Reading,
Or
and
red,
one
if you
team
will.
and one team chose to be Thames Hospice.
Or blue.
The organisers made T-shirts for everybody and put logos and branding. It's great fun.
It looked brilliant.
And Will, that was the expert for one team, and I mean, we couldn't be ripping off a particular platform more if we tried. And I was the expert for the other, and we filmed it and we went round. And the idea, I mean, you know what? If I was at Rivermead and my mum and dad, or my mum or dad were in there, I'd be overjoyed that the people who run that place are doing all this sort of thing to keep everybody insane. Any case, so we went round. A couple of people were able to wander around, and other people preferred the use of a wheelchair. So it's good fun, and we're pushing wheelchairs. And Thames Hospice brought volunteers, as did Rivermead. So there was a whole team of people, and we went round and we wandered around for an hour, picking things, choosing things, and all the rest of it. And we had great fun. Obviously, I think I may have mentioned this before. I was quite mischievous, and Will and I had a scoot round before everybody got there. He showed me all the things he wanted to buy, so I went off and bought all more first with my team. But yeah, it was all good fun, and it was a giggle. There's a 3-part video that Cam from Scribe Solutions, who was helping us for free on the day, filming, does a lot of our social media filming and stuff with us. And he's donating all his time to Thames Hospice, like all the rest of us, for free. He has produced a 3-part video. I think they're going to be up on our YouTube channel. They may even be mixed in with this pod by clever stuff that producer Dave does. So yes, so that's what that was about. And then we will see, obviously, in the Trunks of Treasure, who wins. Because on that day, both teams, all their lots will be sold, and we'll see who makes the most profit. Yeah.
On the 16th of May, fantastic. And so, do you reckon you're in with... right, Harry, I don't... You know, I appreciate that this is for charity and it's a good cause and all the rest of it.
Oh, no. So all gloves are off, mate.
Oh, well, exactly.
Now, there is a slight issue, Simon.
Hang on. There is a slight issue, Harry. If young Will I Am, your trainee apprentice, you are sensei. If your apprentice should beat you
Yeah.
on the day, not only will you suffer, suffer for, let me just draw the line there. Not only will you suffer, you will actually have to auction his lots against yours.
Yeah.
Oh my,
Here, let me help you with this because
risky.
no, because it is so competitive. This is how we've tried to level the playing field. Okay, this is mad. This is all for charity, but you'd think the two of us were, competing for some major prize. He has written the descriptions for my lots and put them in the catalogue. And
What?
right, and put them in the catalogue, and I am auctioneering both sets. So he has written the descriptions for all of them, and I'm being the auctioneer. So his attempt to level the playing field is to make sure that he's been able to influence people with the descriptions, and I'm trying to influence people on the day.
Right.
Chaos.
Right, chaos. Whose is the blue and white Chinese vase?
That's mine. That should have been Will's.
Yeah. Right. And who is the bohemian glass set with the silver overlay?
That's mine too.
Oh, you devious little toe rag.
Also,
you don't deserve a holiday.
Also, should have been Will's.
Should have been Will's.
The only thing that's on that list that I bought for my team or with my team, is there's a Lego set, and we bought some Lego and some Lego minifigures, and that's quite funny because they said, "Oh, everybody says you like Lego," so we bought all the Lego in the store. And can I just say one thing on the subject of me being a horrible boss? Will leaves us for 5 weeks.
I'm not surprised.
Immediately after this auction. So please do not think. I mean, I don't care that much.
When you say he leaves, I mean, you probably want to put some flesh on those bones, because it looks like you've tortured him to the point that he's going to do this and walk out.
Will is an actor, and when
a very good one.
hired him years ago, the deal is that he drops in and out of our business, and he's sometimes here for months, and sometimes he's here on and off. But he is an actor. He has a TV show and a play that he'll be doing. They're running concurrent, back to back, in fact. And so he's away for 5, 6, 7 weeks, something like that.
Yeah,
doing all of that. So but weirdly, to tie in with your thoughts, that all ties in with the day after or not long after the auction. So I'm worried that people will think, if I lose, then he's gone.
He's going. So if you lose and Will is never seen again, you are going to have You're going to have a lot of explaining to do every time. Where's Will? Okay, let me just clear something. You're probably going to have to put a notice up.
Weirdly, his first job isn't in the UK, so that's even worse. That people think I've literally got rid of him.
Yeah, banished him. Exactly.
Oh, dear. Yeah, so Trunk's Treasure, May the 16th. Everybody come along, bid, or bid online.
Do you know what? I think that is our episode. It is so important. I will be online bidding. I will be bidding for all of Will's lots. Sorry, that's not true. I will not be doing that, Harry. That was mean. I apologise. I take it back.
There is a problem with having being in business with somebody who actually has access to all the information that I have. So therefore, that's a bit of a problem.
Will, you're going to do okay because it's going to be funny. No, do you know what? I am looking forward to the sale. I am quite looking forward to being on the other side of I might have telephone bids. That could be fun. I could throw a spanner in the works.
Yeah, sadly, Simon can't make this one for a variety of reasons. He's not here on the 16th. The rest of the team will be here.
I'll be there in spirit.
He's going to be there in spirit. Don't worry, Thames Hospice, for the big sale when we had a meeting the other day. He is there
with bells on,
whistles all over it.
With bells on. Well, do you know what, Harry? I don't think there is any reason to add anything else into this episode. Let us make it a Thames Valley Hospice. Tell everybody when this auction is happening.
At the time of recording and at the time of this going out, the catalogue is live. Head to the Windsor Auction website. You can find it there. You can find it live on the saleroom.com. You can find it live on easylive.com under the Windsor Auctions banner. 16th of May, starts at 10:30 in the morning. Don't look at the lots, just press your bid button continuously.
If you've got a proper job, unlike Harry and I, mucking about doing whatever we're doing, if you've got a proper 9 to 5 job, don't worry. Go to the catalogue, leave your commission bids, leave
nice one.
your best bids, leave bids. And you know what? Even if you're the underbidder, you've done a great thing. If you win, you've done a great thing. If you bid, you're a great person. Thames Valley Hospice, trunks across the Thames. Give us the date one more time for the
16th
auction.
of May, it's the special Trunks of Treasure auction. Thanks, Simon.
10:30. I'll be there. You have to be there.
Oh, quickly, it's being streamed live on YouTube. So if you fancy watching the action and me getting slightly carried away, because that's what happens at charity auctions, I do look like I'm going to have some sort of episode. Do watch on YouTube. It may well be live on TikTok and Instagram, but it's definitely on YouTube. So yeah, watch it on that under the Gavel and the Gabble. You can follow it there.
Didn't understand a word of it, but it sounds great, Harry. Well done.
I'll see you soon, mate.
Love it. Bye-bye, mate.
Cheers, pal.
Have a happy holiday.